If you want a premium WordPress theme that feels fast, smooth, and flexible, especially for WooCommerce and business sites, you want Blocksy. Here's why. Blocksy is the most innovative, lightning fast, and supercharged free WordPress theme. You can use it for WooCommerce stores, business and agency sites, content-driven sites, portfolios, personal brands, and more. Essentially, you can use it for pretty much anything. This video is kindly sponsored by Blocksy, and the best way to get started with it is to download it completely for free, add it to your WordPress, and you can use it immediately. So I'll jump into my WordPress admin, where the Blocksy is already installed and ready to use. And the best way to get started with it is, well, to use one of the starter sites. These are high-quality pre-built templates that you can use as a starting point for your own project. There are plenty of starter sites here, and you can just browse through them, or you can search for something specific, or you can filter the templates by category, by a plan. I strongly suggest you get a pro plan because you get a lot more than in the free version, and I think it's definitely worth it. And you can also filter the starter sites by builders. Blocksy supports Gutenberg, Elementor, Breezy, and some other page builders. You only have starter files in those that you see here, but if you're using something like Beaver Builder, you can also use Blocksy with that. Check out the landing page of Blocksy to see exactly what the support is. It's pretty extensive. For this demo, I'm going to use this e-bike template because I do want to showcase WooCommerce capabilities of Blocksy, which are pretty great. So I will import this. I'll use Elementor. I want to import all content and I want a clean install. And if this starter site requires a specific plugin, I'm going to be asked to install it right here. I already have all plugins available, which is pretty cool. So nothing needs to be installed. But if you're missing a plugin that a starter site requires, that you will be able to just click next and it will be added to your WordPress installation. The starter site has been imported successfully. I'll preview it. There it is. All content is already here. The WooCommerce shop is ready to go. I have some content from before. Everything looks really good, but we do want to customize this theme. Blocksy, as you clearly see, works right within WordPress Customize admin, which I really love because you never have to leave WordPress. You're working directly from the admin, and that is precisely what I prefer when it comes to WordPress themes. The most important part of every website is navigation, and we do want to customize that. Fortunately, Blocksy has a really fantastic header builder that you can use. Let me show you how great it works. I'll go into header. This allows me to customize the global header, which is available across the site. In the sidebar, I see all elements that are available for my header. And here underneath the preview, I can see exactly the structure of my header. So the first row features context here and here. The second row is logo and my menu options. If I want to rearrange them, well, I can very easily do that. I just drag and drop them and it works really nicely. It's really smooth and really great. Let's customize the main row, which is the second row. For example, let's just tweak the menu height. And as I'm dragging the slider, you can immediately see that the preview is updated live. I really love that because it just allows you to visually edit the site exactly as you want. Now let's tweak our actual menu. This is going to be menu 1, so I'll just click it here. As soon as I click it, customization options will be opened. I can tweak top level options, I can tweak item spacing, and I do want to reduce this a little bit. Again, it's updated live on the site, so you can see exactly what you're doing and exactly what the design looks like after you change something. Now, what I want to do is I want to tweak the design as well. Let's tweak the active item. This slider is again updated live, so you can see exactly what you're doing. So you can see exactly what the changes look like. And you have all available colors from the theme right here in the bottom row. So if you want your design to be consistent, then use colors from here. But of course, you can customize it to something entirely different. Perhaps I want a little bit more prominent yellow. I'll just copy it here because I do want to set it to my indicator color as well. I'll open the active state here and I'll just paste in this new color. And I kind of like this yellow a bit more for my active menu item. We tweaked top level options now, but we can also tweak drop-down options if we want. For example, you can change the interaction from hover to click. Let's do that. So now when I hover more, the submenu will not be opened. I will have to click on it. And now it appears. If I want to tweak the styling for that, well, everything is again right here. If I tweak it, the preview will be visible immediately as I open the dropdown. Another really cool thing in Blocksy is that you can actually tweak desktop header and mobile header or tablet header separately. Usually there's not enough space on desktop or tablet, so you do want some kind of off-canvas menu, and Blocksy allows you to do that very easily. As I switch to a tablet and mobile header, I can see that the layout has been changed completely. So I have this off-canvas area right here, and I have my main row that features a logo and the trigger for my off-canvas menu. I will click the trigger option here, and let's tweak the icon. I like this one. Let me just change it again so you can see exactly what happened here. This not only changed, but this is actually animated. Changing from this icon to this one is really smooth and really nice. And this is exactly the theme around Blocksy. Everything is really fluid, really smooth, and it works really beautifully. There's ton of attention to detail in this theme. That is precisely why you do want to use it. We only have the icon visible currently, but I do like the label as well. So I will turn it on for tablet and for mobile. You already know by now that you can customize everything in Blocksy visually, and just as well we can customize the position of the label. I want it on the left side. Label text menu is fine, but I do want to tweak the design as well. So I will jump into the design tab and I will tweak the label font color. And again, as I'm moving around this color picker, the changes are immediately visible in the live preview. I've adjusted my off-canvas menu, and of course, if I want to tweak the canvas items, then I can just click on it and adjust my off-canvas area. I prefer the off-canvas menu as a side panel instead of a model, which is the default here. So I will switch to side panel. I will reduce the panel width a bit. Let's also adjust the panel backdrop here. I want it to be yellowish, so it's in line with our active state. I'll switch to the design tab, and in the panel backdrop section, I will select this orange color and tweak its opacity to something like 0.4. As you surely noticed by now, everything in Blocksy is really smooth, really nice, and you're working visually. As you're tweaking settings, the changes are applied immediately to the preview. You don't have to reload the page, you don't have to refresh the browser. Everything will be applied immediately, and you can adjust all settings very fluidly. Let's publish this, and let's adjust WooCommerce settings within Blocksy. I'll go back here, I will scroll down here, and let's say I want to edit a single product. So I will just close the side menu here, scroll down, and let's open a product in the preview. Here it is. Actually, I'll switch this to desktop. Let me just mention this again. Switching from desktop to tablet to mobile is again animated and really fluid, and I love when somebody pays attention to details like this. I will open the single product screen here. For example, I want to add a right sidebar to this view so I can have my best-selling products right on the screen. Just as is the case with the header, you can adjust everything specifically for mobile and tablet. I will not go into that right now, but I do want to show you other options that you have at your disposal to customize WooCommerce product pages in Blocksy. I'll scroll down and I have plenty of page elements that I can tweak and adjust exactly as I want. I'll open product elements, and again, you have a ton of options here that you can adjust. For example, I want to move add to cart a little bit higher, perhaps right underneath the price, because I do want to make it prominent on my shop. I'll just drag it up right underneath the price, and the preview will update. I see my add to cart option right where I want it. Let's also adjust the design here. I'll expand it and I will adjust the button height. I want to make it a little bit shorter, perhaps like this. If you want to adjust the design of those elements, well, just switch to the design tab and you can tweak fonts and colors for the entire page. Everything is organized nicely into clean sections from title to price to breadcrumbs, so you know exactly what you're working with. I will hit back here and I will also show you related and upsells option, which is a really nice option that you should have on your WooCommerce site. You want to redirect customers to related products so they buy more. I'll scroll down here so you can see exactly where this section is. Related products. We're dealing with a slider here, and I'm not a huge fan of sliders, so I want to turn this off, and well, you guessed it. It's really trivial to do this in Blocksy. I will just switch the type of related and upsells from the slider to default. I only want to show 3 products, so I'll switch this to 3 columns. And I also want to show this on tablet, not just on desktop, so I will enable related products and upsell products for tablet as well. I can verify if it works if I switch to tablet view. It is exactly what I want it to be. I'll just switch it off for a moment so you can see that the preview again updates live instantly. I will not go into more WooCommerce options of Blocksy because there are too many to show here, but you get the idea. It's really simple, it's really fluid, and all you need to do is just open the customizer of WooCommerce, play around with the settings, and it will be perfectly clear what each option does. And speaking of WooCommerce, let me just show you another really cool thing in Blocksy. I will publish this, close the customizer, return to the Blocksy dashboard, and I will open the extensions tab. The Pro version of Blocksy, which you should be using as we agreed before, offers a number of extra things that you can enable for your shops. You're gonna find them all here under Shop Extra, and the ones that I really like are Floating Chart and Quick View. If you're not sure what those options mean, there is a nice description under each one of them, but you can also just open the site and see for yourself how nicely they work. Again, too many options here to go through them all, so open the screen and see for yourself which options you want to enable. There is really a ton of options here that you can enable for your WooCommerce shop. Hopefully, this short introduction made it perfectly clear why you should use Blocksy for your WooCommerce stores, business and agency sites, and more. All you need to do is download Blocksy, grab one of their starter sites, import it, adjust the design and content according to your wants and needs, and you're ready to use it. So hit the link in the description and start using Blocksy today. You'll be really happy you did so. Thank you so much for your attention, and thanks so much to Blocksy for sponsoring. My name is Zoran Jambor, and I will see and hear you in a different Blocksy starter site, or rather, in the next video.